This is how I market my digital products for free, with no paid ads, no complicated funnels, just organic traffic that actually works. Honestly, the prettiest digital product in the world will not sell if no one sees it. And not enough people talk about this, so let's dive in. Many people think that as long as they've uploaded their digital product online, customers will magically find it and get their credit cards out. That's not how it works. It's going to be your job to market your product, which basically comes down to building awareness and desire for it. And this really relies on you having a good understanding of who your product is for, what specific problem it solves, and what kind of messaging will resonate with your audience. So let's get into the first way I market my digital products, which is on social media. You can of course use TikTok, LinkedIn, or Facebook, but I personally love Instagram. The reason I prefer this social media platform is because it's a great place to grow and nurture your audience, build real relationships, and ultimately drive traffic to your email list and your digital products. There's 4 ways I personally like to use Instagram based on what tends to give me the best results. The first is Reels. They're great for getting discovered and helping you reach new audiences who've never heard of you before. So when you're starting out, I would focus heavily on Reels. Next is carousels. These are how you're going to educate and build trust with the people who are already following you. And trust eventually leads to sales. The third is stories, which are how I like to generate leads and guide people to my email list where I can further nurture my audience. And finally, DMs. This is where a lot of sales actually happen. It's where you build those authentic one-on-one connections that turn followers into buyers. And if you want to make things even easier, you can set up a tool that I absolutely love called ManyChat to automate your DMs and grow your email list. You know when you see someone say, comment the word checklist and I'll send it to your inbox? Yeah, that's ManyChat in action. Here's an example of one of my posts where I say, comment channel to grab my free YouTube channel setup training, and it works very well. I also recommend you optimize your bio before you post anything. It should say exactly who you help and what you help them solve or achieve. So here's my example right now. I help you sell digital products using YouTube and social media. Super simple and clear. That way, when someone lands on your page, they immediately know if they're in the right place. Then just add one clear call to action with the link right below it. Keep it focused on the next step you want your audience to take. So mine right now is promoting my new free guide, which is teaching new YouTubers how to convert views into customers. And I have a simple call to action saying how to turn YouTube views into leads and clients with fingers pointing down, and then a link to the freebie landing page. Now, the next strategy is one of my personal favorites, and honestly, you wouldn't even need social media if you put all your focus here, and that's YouTube. What I love about YouTube is that unlike social media, it's actually a search engine, which means your videos can keep getting discovered months or even years after you upload them. I still have videos from years ago that bring in new viewers, new email subscribers, and even product sales every single week, all without me having to constantly post new content. It's funny, I shared last week on Instagram that I haven't posted on YouTube in over a month because I've been heavily focused on other projects, and yet my YouTube views were up. It's pretty awesome. But what really makes YouTube so powerful is the connection and trust you can build with your audience. If someone's willing to sit through a 10-minute or 20-minute video with you, they're already showing a level of interest and commitment that's way deeper than someone scrolling past a 10-second reel. And like I mentioned, when people trust you, they buy from you. That's why I always guide my viewers from my YouTube videos straight to my email list, because that's where I can continue the conversation, provide more value, and introduce my products naturally over time. Here's an example for you right now. If you'd like to know how to turn YouTube views into high-paying clients, you can check out my free guide in the description box below. Now, if you sign up for that guide, you'll automatically be added to my email list where I can provide even more value to you on that topic. So if you're using YouTube, make sure you give a verbal call to action, which is what I just did. and add the freebie or your digital product to the top of your description. YouTube also builds authority faster than any other platform, especially if your videos are genuinely helping people. It positions you as the go-to expert in your niche, and that makes every product you launch way easier to sell. You can upload a combination of YouTube Shorts, which are great for reaching new audiences quicker, and long-form content, which is best for building that connection with your audience and ultimately converting them into customers. Okay, full transparency. This next strategy is super effective and something I used to rely on a lot. I don't use it as much anymore because YouTube has become the main search engine that I focus on. But if you're not ready to start a channel, Pinterest is an amazing alternative. You might already be scrolling through Pinterest on a regular basis, finding inspiration for your next project, but it's actually also a great place to drive traffic to your digital products. I used to use Pinterest daily for driving traffic to my digital wall art, notebooks, and cards, and honestly, more than 50% of my sales came from there. Since Pinterest is a search engine, any pins you publish can be discovered years later based on what people are searching. And Pinterest users typically go on the platform with the intention of finding ideas and solutions and with a mindset to purchase something. It's also a great tool for growing your email list because you can add a direct link on every pin that sends people straight to your freebie landing page, whether that's a guide, a template, or a checklist, for example. So this is what it would look like to upload a pin. You would drag in your actual pin image, which you can easily create from Canva templates if you don't want to start from scratch. Fill out the title and description of your pin, and this is where you'll paste in your landing page link, whether that's a digital product you're selling or the landing page to your freebie. Now, if you want to save time designing and publishing pins, because doing it manually can take hours, I highly recommend using Tailwind, which is what I used to create and schedule out my pins weeks in advance. So you can batch your content literally in an hour or so and have it automatically post for you throughout the month without you having to do anything else. The next strategy is one I personally loved when I was just getting started. So this is perfect for you if you are starting completely from zero with no audience and no followers except for maybe your friends and family members. And that's Facebook groups. If you're truly starting from scratch, your job isn't just to promote your digital products. It's to start networking and connecting with people who would genuinely benefit from what you offer. The best way to do that is by joining niche Facebook groups where your target customers are already hanging out and asking questions. Once you join a few groups, your primary focus should be to show up as a helpful member of that community. Post valuable tips every day, answer people's questions, and give real advice that helps people solve the problems they're currently going through. When you do that consistently, people will naturally start noticing you. It's really inevitable. People will start replying to your posts, sending you friend requests, and even DMing you with follow-up questions. That's your opportunity to build authentic connections. You can message them back, offer more help, and even share your free guide as a resource, which not only gives them value, but also grows your email list at the same time. With that being said, be patient with this strategy. You might not get a bunch of friend requests right away, but the more you do this, the more it will become a snowball effect. And nothing is stopping you from doing your own outreach as well. You can also send out friend requests to people who are replying to your posts and comments and continue the conversation there. That's part of being a helpful member. Now we come to my ultimate favorite way to promote digital products. And you might have already guessed it by now, but I'm going to explain it exactly why this is an absolute must for any type of business really. And that's your email list. The biggest reason I love email so much is because you own it. You're not relying on algorithms, engagement rates, or whether a platform decides to push your content that day. When you send out an email to your subscribers, it lands directly in their inbox, which means you're speaking straight to your audience. And honestly, I've had the best conversations with my audience via email. You might be watching this now as one of my email subscribers, and we may have had full-blown conversations already. That's the power of an email list. It's the best place to nurture your audience, build trust with them, and grow these relationships. So if you don't already have a list, here's a super simple funnel to explain how it all works. You put out a piece of content, whether that's a YouTube video, Instagram post, or Pinterest pin. That content directs people to your lead magnet landing page, which is the free guide you're offering in exchange for someone's email address. They opt in to download that free guide, and they automatically become a subscriber. They receive a delivery email with that free guide you promised them, and then over the next few days, you send them what's called a welcome sequence, which is about 3 to 5 emails in total. This warms them up to your brand and eventually your paid products. Every week after that, you send them valuable emails filled with tips, ideas, or insights that help your subscribers make progress toward their goals. If you take anything from this video, it has to be this. No matter what platform you're using, your main goal should always be to guide people to your email list. And always provide value before you sell anything. Email marketing is not about spamming people with promotions. It's about helping your audience genuinely see how your products can make their life easier. I recently made a free 36-page guide that teaches you how to create a digital product people actually want, so you can grab that from the description box below. And if you want to learn my simple 4-step framework for making digital product sales, watch this video next, and I'll see you there.